ของเรานะคะสวัสดีทุกคนนะคะปดลืมทักทายสำหรับใครที่เพิ่งมาแล้วก็ไม่ได้ดูต่อเนื่องนะปดเพิ่งจบไปหนึ่งไลฟ์นะคะ1วิดีโอเป็นวิดีโอแนะนำการอ่าน Dictionary เล็กๆน้อยๆนะคะแล้วก็อ่านนิทานสั้นไปเรื่องหนึ่งนะคะเกี่ยวกับสัตว์ที่เราเจอในสวนสัตว์นะใครที่มาฟังเพลินๆก็ฟังไปแต่ถ้าใครที่ฟังด้วยแล้วก็อยากจะฝึกพูดปรับโทนด้วยก็อ่านตามกันไปนะคะแล้วโป๊ตก็มาต่อนิทานเรื่องนี้เพราะเนื่องจากว่าเรื่องนี้ยาวก็เลยมาทำต่างหากเฉพาะเรื่องนี้นะคะมาเอานะทุกคนเริ่มนะคะทั้งหมดมี8หน้าแล้วก็จะบอกว่ายาวเหยียดเลยยาวเหยียดเลยนะคะโปต้องเตรียมน้ำไว้ใกล้ๆตัว เริ่มเลยนะคะหน้าที่1นะคะหน้าที่1จะได้ฟังโบนอ่านนิทานเพี้ยนๆอีกแล้วนะคะอีกแล้วนิทานเป็นเรื่องเกี่ยวกับเมื่อกี้ลืมบอกนะคะที่หน้าปกเป็นเรื่องเกี่ยวกับน้องแมรี่เนี่ยจะแปลงโฉมให้กับเจ้าสัตว์ประหลาดนะคะเรามาดูซิว่าจะเกิดอะไรขึ้นจากภาพนี้เดากันก่อนว่าน้องแมรี่กับคุณแม่นะก็มาช้อปปิ้งกันมาดูเสื้อผ้าเดาเอานะแล้วเขาก็เลยมีความคิดว่าเดี๋ยวฉันจะต้องไปแต่งตัวให้กับสัตว์ประหลาดดีกว่านะมาเริ่มเลยนะคะ Little Miss Mary was tired อันนี้ tired Little Miss Mary was tired of shopping all day on her feet. She'd been Mary hopping. Hold on. โอเค อันนี้คือ hopping พออ่านไปต้องคิดไปด้วยเพราะว่าถ้าไม่คิดแล้วมันจะไม่มีความเข้าใจในการอ่าน เพราะฉะนั้นทุกคนคุณอ่านแล้วคุณก็คิดไปด้วยนะ บางครั้งเราไม่รู้ตัวสะกดแน่นอนเราก็เลยจะสะดุดเนี่ยอย่างเงี้ยเพราะก็มันเป็น hop หรือ hope มันคือ hop นะคะโอเคเอาใหม่ Little Miss Mary was tired of shopping all day, and her feet she'd been merrily hopping from boutique to salon, from one to the other, while asking for this and for that from her mother. อันนี้เสียงเด็กเดี๋ยวจะเป็นเสียงเด็กได้ไหมเนี่ยเสียงเด็กต้องอุ้ม I want to have this and I want to have that.The shoes that I bought will look nice with that hat. My open-toe sandals are just so passe. If I wear them to school, what will the girls say? เดี๋ยวเสียงตกลงเสียงถูกใช่ไหมเนี่ย I need a new skirt and a dress and a jacket for tennis, new trainers.To match my new jacket, new t-shirt, new blouse, and new fancy bag. To one on display with a whooping price tag. ตลกเสียงตัวเองไม่ใช่หรอกพยายามทำอารมณ์ตามอันนี้เป็นแบบเด็กไงเด็กก็แบบหนูอยากได้นั่นอยากได้นี่อยากได้นู่นอยากได้ไปหมดเลยนะ Little Miss Mary's mommy was proud.She'd always spend till the limit allowed on the gold credit card, which her husband had given. She knew her excesses would soon be forgiven. Little Miss Mary was a chip of the block. If she could shop, she would shop and ride round the clock. 360 a year and 24/7.Impressive for someone who just turned 11. But hardly a coup เดี๋ยวกันนะอันนี้อันเป็นอะไรคูบไหมมันมีคำอะไรคูบโอเค But hardly a coup that went our posh mommies cold into posh baby plums.Gucci goo อันนี้เป็นกรมั้งเนี่ย No wonder that Mary's first words to her nanny were Prada, Gabbana, Letmore, โอ้ยพอเริ่มพูดได้ก็พูดเป็นยี่ห้อเลยนะ But you know what's the change where shall we go where shall we go next อันนี้เสียงใครอ่ะเสียงแม่ป่ะเสียงแม่ That's enough for today you max out the MX American Express card หน้านี้ MX any more shopping must wait till tomorrow there's plenty more money that daddy can borrow แม่ก็ใช้จ่ายเลยทุกสิ่งอย่างที่ลูกซื้อ American Express card รูดปืด Okay on hearing the news Mary drew a deep sigh but there's so much more that I wanted to buy so many shoes that I kept a keen eye on some of the dresses I wanted to try on but Mommy had already summoned assistants who replied to her call-ins no more than an assistant ไม่ใช่ assistant an instance in a blink of an eye they were all in positions eager to please as they work for commission อันนี้พูดถึงพนักงานนะ they loaded their bags in the big 4x4 they filled up the boot and they covered the floor till there was no space left no place left to pack so they piled even more bags above the ski rack ซื้อจนไม่มีที่จะใส่ในรถแล้วรถล้นรถเต็มเอาขึ้นหลังคากันไปเลย and off home they drove mother and daughter hydrating themselves with Evian water Evian อันนี้ไม่เคยเช็คเลยนะว่าไอ้น้ำยี่ห้อนี้มันออกเสียงว่าอะไรเนี่ย Mom at the wheel of her new Chelsea tractor Miss Mary behind her poised to distract her with pertinent problems like how can one tell between bags that are bootleg and real Chanel or questions like Mom why don't we have a butler and other big issue from Vogue and from Taylor โอเคต่อไปหน้าที่2นะคะ next ตายโอ้โหอันนี้น่าจะเป็นพ่อนะพ่อทำงานหาเงิน The traffic amazingly wasn't too bad they arrived in on time and their porch Mayfair paid It got just split level detached point a tear นี่ปวดอ่านไม่ออกเลยอะไรอะ point a tear ภาษาอะไรเนาะ Where little Miss Mary lived without a care and that's where we find her tired from shopping exhausted from all of that running and hopping from salon to boutique with Mom as her caddy buying up Bond Street and all on her dadอันนี้เขาน่าจะอ่านเป็นกลอนแหละแต่ว่าพวกอ่านกลอนฝรั่งไม่เป็นนะอันนี้พ่อทำงานใหญ่เลย number one dad เลยนะ number one dad who works all day long all night long in the city as chair of the board and has heads of committees earning big bucks so that she can look pretty no expense spread on his sweet little kitty Little Miss Mary made her daddy proud by jumping in queues and by pushing through crowds by spending his money in all sorts of places from Moscow to Paris from Harrods to Macy's Mary would come she would see she would buy from Cairns to Hong Kong from Milan to Dubai if there was a contest then she would be crowned the world's greatest shopper pound to pound found ไม่ใช่ to pound for pound ตายพ่อหาเงินตายไง but now she was tired and lay on her bed musing if this season's black would be red building the fate of poor fabric exporters. Of all the designers cut skirts by 3/4. She put on her eye mask and drifted to sleep. Continue sheep after sheep ไม่ใช่ continue counting sheep after sheep after sheep after sheep. But all the while thinking how it would be better to use all their wool for Burberry sweater ยังไม่ไหวคิดถึงแบบแฟชั่นแล้วก็ที่ช้อปปิ้งนะรวยเวอร์จริง Soon little Miss Mary was out like a light, but she didn't sleep long and woke up with a fright. She opened her eyes and was very surprised when a huge hairy monster materialized อะไรเนี่ย materialized คิดไม่ทันเลยปากไปก่อนสมองโอเค next น่าจะเป็นฝันหรือเปล่าโอเค The monster yelled boo to give Mary a scare but Mary just fixed the great beast with a stare. She looked up and down from his toe to his hair with total disdain while the monster stood there. Why? Asked the monster. You show me no fear. Have you looked in อันนี้เสียงใครวะ อันนี้น่าจะเป็นเสียงเด็ก Have you looked in the mirror? You just saw last year. Your tail isn't bad, but is there a reason? Your tail isn't bad, but is there a reason for sporting those horns, which are just so last season? โอ้แล้วมั่วเสียงแล้วนะมันไม่แน่ใจว่าอันไหนเป็นเสียงมอนสเตอร์อันไหนเป็นเสียงเด็กนะ Okay. The monster was stunned at a loss what to say. His prey wasn't screaming or running away. He wasn't accustomed to such a response. He was used to hysteric อะไรเนี่ย hysteric เอาใหม่ He was used to hysterics, not pert, nonchalant, but Mary stayed poised as a lady should be. She displayed no attempt to or desire to flee. She turned on the light so that he could see clearer and show the big monster his face in the mirror. ตายมอนสเตอร์งานเข้าเว้ย อันนี้อ่านว่าอะไรอ่ะ He squawked อันนี้อ่านไม่ออกนะมั่วนะ He squawked for a while and this wretch reflected. He winced at his wrinkled and winter complexions. My skin feels like leather. I have crusty eyes. What did you expect when you don't moisturize? My nails are all broken. My teeth are all yellow. My fur is in clumps. He let out a bellow. My horns are askew and my coat is molting. He started to sob. I am truly revolting. Okay. Come on now, don't cry, said little Miss Mary. You don't have a choice. You don't have to be scary. Behind that snow and that prancing stare, you're just a big softy, a huge teddy bear. ตายจะกลายเป็นหมีแล้วเว้ย Okay. But the big hairy monster was not quite as certain. Embarrassed, wrapped himself. He wrapped himself up in a curtain and told little Mary that without a doubt, his hideous creature and he'll never come out. Miss Mary agreed. You are ugly for sure, but it's something you really don't have to endure. So you haven't been blessed with the best of genetics. Who is Mother Nature? when we have cosmetic โอ้ยขำเสียงตัวเอง For each of you problem เนี่ยเสียงเด็กเอามา For each of your problems are found as cured from a deep cleansing facial to a French pedicure to numerous methods for rough hair removal. So what do you say? Do you have your approval? โอ้ยตายละคือรูปภาพนี้เขาแสดงให้เห็นว่าความกลิ่นเหม็นเป็นยังไงนะ Okay. Would you like to be pampered and fashioned and styled? Bent over by Mary? The big monster smiled. อันนี้ใครเนี่ย I can tell from the smile. โอเคอันนี้เสียงเด็กยังอยู่นะ I can tell from the smile that it's been quite a while since you've seen a toothbrush. I have used a nail found, and I sense from your strange, or at least I presume that you are so stranger to soap and perfume. While little Miss Mary stood pinching her nose, the big monster brushed from his head to his toe. Don't worry, said Mary. We'll give you a shower. We'll soak you and clean you. We'll scrub and we'll scold. Score นี่เป็น score. We'll cleanse and we'll tone. We'll wax and we'll pluck. We'll snip and we'll peel. We'll nip and we'll tuck. If you want to look pretty, you're on the right path. Let's start with the basics. You have been a bath. ตายใกล้จบแล้วว้าวสัตว์ประหลาดที่รัก She dragged the big monster inside her and sweet, full of lotions and potions on fragrance and sweet, full of loafers, full of loafers หรือ loofah มึง full of loofahs and sponges to rub and scrub, and rose-scented candles lit round the top. Once there, the monster forgot all his troubles in bath salts and oil and white, fluffy bubbles. And as he relaxed, Mary started her mission. She began by shampooing and then she continued. She used tinted toners, tonics, and creams. She applied elbow grease. She applied elbow grease as wide as it seems, because that, for Miss Mary, was extremely rare. After all, she was heir to a millionaire, okay. She rolled up her sleeves and got stuck in her task. She smeared on a Dead Sea, foaming face mask. She lathered and foamed. She combed and untangled, till the monster emerged spick and span and newfangled. Well, there you go. You no longer smell foul. อันนี้อ่านไม่ออกเลย foul แบบ said little Miss Mary, handing over a towel. And now for the fun part. Let's start from the top to be brutally honest. Your hair is a mop. ตายตัดผมด้วยตัดผม เดี๋ยวขอดูรูปก่อน I have to be frank. I am not even sure of how to approach this kind of coiffure. Maybe a fringe or coif or bob or perhaps French plait will do just the job. เอานี่เสียงใครเนี่ย นึกว่าเสียงมอนสเตอร์เสียงแมรี่ต้องเป็นเสียงแมรี่ทุกคนผมไม่อ่านซ้ำนะต้องเป็นเสียงแมรี่นะ Whatever we do, okay, whatever we do, you first have to swear. In future, you take better care of your hair. How on earth did you ever expect to make friends with split ends? that have hair on split ends. The monster's face faded by at least several shades. Once he spotted the glint of the sharp scissor blades. Frightened, he opted to keep his eyes shut and chew on his nails through his first haircut. ใช่ อันนี้อ่านไปเรื่อยๆเลยไม่ได้อ่านเป็นกรอนเลย Mary danced around ไม่ใช่ราวเฉย Mary danced round his head like a craze ballerina oh my gosh ballerina like a mad matador like a mad matador in a bullfight arena dodging his horns while gripping his ears which it has to be said only worsened his fears. The monster's anxiety did not diminish until little Mary announced, I am finished! He opened his eyes and was over the moon. It looked like his cut was by Widow Sassoon อันนี้ชื่อน่าจะเป็นแบบช่างมั้งเราไม่รู้จักนะ His hair was no longer the nest of a vulture. It was more than art, like an avant-garde sculpture. Geometric yet flowing, organic yet neat, and that's just the mold that lay at his feet. ปดรู้ว่าอ่านผิดหลายคำเลยอะไม่เป็นไรมั่วๆไปนะเพราะว่าหลายๆคำไม่รู้จักเลยคำศัพท์อะ แต่สนุกนะ Okay. I'm so happy, Miss Mary. I could give you a case. While you have halitosis, I'll give that a miss. There's still so much more that needs to be done. Don't think this is over. The fun just begun. Mary brushed up his teeth until they were white. She polished his horns so they weren't such a fright. She curled his eyelashes and buffed every nail. She puffed up his wings and she straightened his tail. ทำเล็บเลย His immense monobrow was trimmed and then tweezed and then tweezed. The spots on his nose were stemmed and then squeezed. She plucked his disgusting, unsightly nose hairs. She peeled and exfoliated lots of skin layers. With caviar granules for dermabrasion ไม่รู้จักเลยยี่ห้อเนี่ย which mummies been saving for special occasions. Who swore that the tiny dry eggs from a sturgeon were better than dating a top plastic surgeon? ตาย The results were amazing. Not a wrinkle in sight. The monster could hardly contain his delight. He clapped his big hands and he stomped his huge feet. But Mary's makeover still wasn't complete. She waited for calm and then said, I suppose it's time that we found some suitable clothes. My daddy is quite fat, so I'm sure we can find a suit that would fit your enormous behind. ตายอยากเห็นใส่สูทขอดูหน่อยนะ จะใส่สูทพ่อได้ไงวะเนี่ย They went to the wardrobe and opened the door. It was อันนี้อ่านว่าอะไรเนี่ย head counter have went from ceiling to floor อันนี้อ่านว่าอะไรเนาะไม่รู้อ่านว่าอะไร There were shoes, there were suits and dresses galore ก็วันนี้ชื่อยี่ห้อมั้ง Givenchy, Chanel and Dior ไม่รู้จักยี่ห้อเลย The monster was black-jawed, his eyes open wide. He had none the slightest clue how to decide between Prada, Armani, or Gucci, or Boss. In this maze of designer, he was quite at a loss. But thankfully, little Miss Mary was able to find her way through the labyrinth of labels. She scoured the shelves and rummaged through rails, convinced that the monster would look great in tails. Mary searched for her father's bespoke formal wear. Bespoke. After all, it was Daddy who made her aware. อันนี้เสียงใครเนี่ย That even a monkey dressed up in a tux had a good chance to look right $1,000,000. She furnished the monster with JP Toss shoes, a Ralph Lauren shirt, and then proceeded to choose a stunning tuxedo from Louis Vuitton and with bated breath waited as he put it on. ใส่ได้หรอเกือบจบแล้วโอ้โห หล่อเลยโอ้ขอดูรูปหน่อยนะฝันจริงๆด้วยฝันโอเค Within a few moments Miss Mary could tell that the dressing up part wasn't going so well. It became pretty clear his suit wouldn't fit when the monster bent down and his trousers split. Propriety precludes me from telling you where. นี่เสียงใครเนี่ยเอาใหม่ Propriety precludes me from telling you where, but it was, as you guess, an embarrassing tear. The pants wasn't designed for a beast of his size, and the rest of the clothes made up likewise. Demise or demise ไม่รู้นะThe tailor-made's tailcoat was torn into shreds. The shirts were reduced to some buttons on threads. The waistcoat was wasted. The shoes were too small. เสียงใครเนี่ย His toes burst through them, but then, worst of all เสียงแมรี่โอเคเอามาเสียงปกติแล้วนะ The Royal Ascot top hat which was worn to the races เอาเสียงแมรี่เหมือนเดิมดีกว่าเพื่อกำลังสนุก The Royal Ascot top hat which was worn to the races got impaled on the monster bighorn of all places. The final result was the tux was in tatters. The monster had turned อันนี้อ่านไม่ออกอะhot culture into smatters อันนี้อ่านว่า hout ป่ะ hout โอเคอันนี้เสียงใครวะเสียงแมรี่ I cannot believe I could be so naive said little Miss Mary a little bit peeved. I ought to have guessed it so much faster. That getting you dressed would end in disaster. But the big อันนี้เสียงใครวะ Okay, but the big hairy monster was simply ecstatic. He tingled all over, thought it may have been static. So what if his clothes were ripped at the seams? They more than exceeded his wildest dream. หล่อละอันนี้เสียงใครอันนี้เสียง monster. I want to thank you so much. I don't know where to start. Instead of my gut, there's a place in my heart. For Mary, you've changed me, both inside out. I was going to devour you. Now I'm devoured. I can't wait to get back to the big monster. Glad to show them my clothes, my skin and my hair. I shall teach other monsters who not to be feared. He thanked her once more and with that disappeared. After waving goodbye, Mary drew a deep sigh, lay back and imagined new things she could buy, but hard as she tried, her dream weren't the same. ไม่ใช่ try. But hard as she tried, her dream weren't the same. Compared to the monster, they all seemed so tame. Her entire short life, she behaved like a brat, with a can I have this and a can I have that. But it looked like she finally found her passion, not just for herself but for big monster fashion. She never imagined one day she may yearn not for dresses or shoes, but a monster returned, when all of a sudden she heard something creaking. She sat up and listened to scrabbling and squeaking. โอเคมีมอนสเตอร์ตัวใหม่มาเปล่าโอ้มาเพียบเลย The closet doors opened and through them came out a motley of monsters with horns, tails and snouts, sharp teeth and long tentacles, talons and trunks, some hairy, some scaly, all smelly as skunks. It's hard to find words to describe their features. They were beyond doubt the ugliest creatures. Every single one weird, every single one wild, every single one dared to be fashioned and styled. What do you do when you're faced with such freaks? Do you faint? Do you run? Do you hide? Do you shriek? Miss Mary's solution was typically chic. I will open the world's first monster boutique. โอเคด้านสุดท้ายแล้วเจน โอ้ยกว่าจะจบนี่นะคนอ่านเกือบแย่เลย เอาล่ะวันนี้ก็ขอจบเพียงเท่านี้นะคะขอบคุณมากเลยที่มาอยู่เป็นเพื่อนกันนะแล้วสำหรับใครที่อยากจะฟังโบสอ่านนิทานมั่วๆขำๆอีกก็ติดตามกันต่อไปนะคะแล้วก็อย่าลืมฝึกพูดภาษาอังกฤษกันด้วยนะคะทุกคนไปแล้วนะบ๊ายบาย